Hi, this is Dr. Rodger Murphree, your FibroDoctor.com, author of Treating and Beating Fibromyalgia and GI Syndrome. I've been in private practice for 27 years and I've specialized in fibromyalgia for almost 20 years. And over that time period, I've been really fortunate to have helped thousands of patients to be able to get healthy and feel good again. And I'd love to help you as well. I want to encourage you to join me Wednesday night as I'll be sharing information that I think you'll find helpful in your quest to feel good again. One of the things that I see in my patients with fibromyalgia is problems with GI disorders. It's very common. Most of you have some kind of issue with either malabsorption, with bloating, gas, indigestion, maybe reflux, maybe gastroesophageal reflux disease or GERD. You might have problems, and most of you do have problems with irritable bowel syndrome. Either you have trouble going to the bathroom, or you have loose bowel movements, or you can go back and forth. And that's very unpleasant, I know. For many of you, your IBS is so bad that you have to be careful when you leave the house. So if you're having a flare-up, it could be that you don't leave the house. Many of you are at the mercy of your bowel movements, literally, because if you're in the middle of a IBS flare, you don't really dare go out and eat, because you just don't know, if you're going to have an accident or not. And there's some real commonalities between irritable bowel syndrome and pain, believe it or not. The common thread is this hormone called serotonin, and the higher your serotonin level, the higher your pain threshold. We also know that if you have a low serotonin level, then you're going to be more likely to have problems with irritable bowel syndrome. You have more serotonin receptors in your intestinal tract than you do in your brain. And so when you get low in serotonin, you're vulnerable to flare-ups. And when you get under stress, where do you feel butterflies? You feel it in your stomach, not in your head, right? So serotonin's in our brain, but it's also in our GI system. And when we get under stress, we're more vulnerable to these flare-ups, which then can trigger problems with our body being able to regulate our bowel movements. So oftentimes you have loose bowel movements. Those who have IBS-C or IBS constipation, typically that's a deficiency in magnesium. Magnesium is a natural muscle relaxer. It's in 300 different bodily processes. And one of the most important things it does is it relaxes tight, achy muscles. So it relaxes your colon as well as tight, achy fibromyalgia muscles. So you want to make sure you're getting plenty of magnesium. There's certain forms of magnesium that you want to steer clear of because they actually can cause you some problems with GI distress. I recommend you take magnesium citrate or magnesium chelate because you absorb it. It's much more readily absorbable, and it's much more effective. So I'd recommend that you can get those at any health food stores. I want to encourage you again, though, to join me Wednesday night as I'll be sharing information that I think you'll find helpful in your quest to feel good again. And this Wednesday night, we're going to be going over information about problems with GI disorders, including reflux, GERD, malabsorption, leaky gut, and IBS, among others. This is Dr. Rodger Murphree, your FibroDoctor.com, author of Treating and Beating Fibromyalgia and GI Syndrome.